Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is going to do his Haki discussion video. This video pertaining to Haki, okay? So, two things. First of all, as you can see here, a change of setting. Why? Because I'm back in my apartment to take summer classes on my campus, okay? So, I had to go through some traveling and so on and so forth. And the thing is, I'm fairly tired. I'm not gonna lie. Do you see these bags? That means I'm tired, okay? This means I'm tired, okay? You see this? I am tired. Tired, okay? Okay, that's number one. So if I ramble, stutter, make mistakes, whatever, I don't care, all right? I don't care. I don't care. So, right there, number one. Number two is this video is based on my opinion. This is the way I see things in my mind's eye. In my mind's eye, this is Haki. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. If you see differently, that's cool too. Okay, fine. Fine. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay? Now, that being said, this video pertains to a reveal of last week's chapter, where in last week's chapter, it was revealed that Sanji and Zoro have Haki abilities. Monkey D. Luffy stated to Trafalgar Law that Law, Zoro, and Sanji are the only Haki users that he knows of right now on that island, on Punk Hazard. So, that being said, Zoro and Sanji are now confirmed to have Haki ability. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to decipher as to why that is the case and give you an explanation as to why I think Haki is this, okay? Now, the best way to start things off is using the definition of Haki on the Wikia page on One Piece, okay? And here it is. Haki, literally meaning ambition, is a mysterious power that is found in every living being in the world. It is not that different from the normal senses. However, most people do not notice it or fail to awaken it. Broadly, there are two types of Haki common in everyone. Given the proper training, however, there is a third type of Haki that only a certain group of chosen ones are said to possess. In simple terms, Haki is the ability to sense spiritual energy and overpower enemies. That is the definition that is on One Piece Wikia currently. And the reason why I say currently is because over time things change, and the definition of Haki may change later on. Okay? That being said, there are three types of Haki. The King's disposition Haki, Observation Haki, and Armament Haki. These are the three types of Hakis that exist in the One Piece world. The most prominent are Observation and Armaments. These two Hakis. Now, this video is going to mainly pertain to Armaments. And the reason why is because this is the Haki I believe that both Zoro and Sanji have in their own unique way. Just like Monkey D. Luffy. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain the reason as to why. Now, it is confirmed. It is confirmed. It is completely confirmed. Since Luffy did his talk to Law and explained about that Zoro and Sanji have Haki, it is completely confirmed that all three have at least some form, if not the most minute form, at least the most minute form of Observation Haki. When they sense Karibo in the palace, when he was taking Shirahoshi, they sensed him because of Observation Haki. Now, what I do want to point out is that the key term here in this definition of Haki is broadly. And the reason why is because if Haki is broad, then it can be narrowed down. It can be narrowed down. It can be specified into a unique trait that exists within the individual, which is key. This is key. I mean, It's freaking key. Key. K-E-Y, key. Why? Because we see this in the big, well, not the big, we see this in the top 3 physical fighters in the Strat crew. And I will point out something, in my personal opinion, all right, Madam Shirley, her ability to see the future is a form of specified observation Haki. Because think about it, all right? If observation Haki in general is to sense one's life force, or sense one's spiritual force, or to sense one's existence, the act of knowing, to simply know, and to predict one's moves in the near future, that is the broad spectra of observation Haki. But if you were to narrow it down and get a more precise ability, that could easily mean seeing the future in the distant future, you know, like seeing like the distant future, like Madam Shirley could, you know. So in my personal opinion, her ability to see the future is a form of observation Haki. End of story. Now, these 3 people, Zoro, Sanji, Luffy, have specified forms of armament Haki. Why? Because when we take a look at Luffy, Luffy is able to use armament Haki like no other person we've seen thus far. When we see Rayleigh, Sentomaru, Marigold, and people like Blackbeard use their armament Haki. Armament Haki is 2 things. In general, it is 2 things. First, it is to surround your fist with an invisible armor. And this invisible armor can be used to hit the Logia users, to strengthen your own attacks, and so on and so forth. Now, if you wonder, number 2 is to use this armor to repel, to cause a repulsion force against an opponent. Now, you have to wonder, what is this invisible armor made out of? Like, it just can't be there. It just can't simply exist, you know? Like, yeah, I want it to happen, so it happens. No. That's an OP shit, okay? This armor, in my personal opinion, this armor is the activation of one's soul through one's will. Understand that, okay? By using one's will or one's ambition, they are able to manifest their soul in the form of this invisible armor that protects and that hits Logia users and causes extra damage. This makes a lot of sense. I mean, think about it. If observation Haki is the ability to sense one's soul, then why can't observation Haki be the one to activate one's soul? You know? That makes sense, in my opinion. So, this means that Luffy, even though he has learned Armament Haki and all 3 of the other Hakis, he specified in this ability to harden his fist into this black pulsating mass, or this steel structure, or vulcanization, whichever one you want to call it, okay? But it is completely different than that of Rayleigh and that of Sentomaru. Now, here's the kicker. Zoro and Sanji can do the same freaking thing. Their Haki is also specified when it comes to armament Haki, okay? And the reason being is because we see, and here's the thing, Sanji's fire and Zoro's Ashura. Yes, this is Haki. This is Haki. There is no other explanation. And Oda wouldn't just chuck shit in there for no reason. Like, yeah, Zoro can now use soul things. Like, no. It's random. It's really random. So, the only explanation is the activation or the manifestation of one's soul. And right here, perfectly, and honestly, Kaku said himself when he fought against Zoro. Okay, Zoro got pissed off when Ashura. Kaku said he was able to cause, and Kaku said that he was able to manifest this illusion of Ashura, the demon, by simply using his soul. So if he's able to do that with his soul, and we see here that he was able to actually use all 6 of his arms and use the 9 sword style, we see that. And this is confirmed that the actual illusion is physical when he fights the pacifista on Shimono Archipelago, where he actually where he goes ashram form, and all 9 of his blades hit the metal. All 9 of his blades hit the metal. An illusion couldn't just, hit metal. It'll go right through it. But no, all 9 of Zoro's blades hit the metal pacifista's body. That form was physical. That is Haki. That is a form, that is Zoro's unique form of Armament Haki. When it comes to Sanji, easy. Sanji gets angry. And if you notice, Zoro plays this more demonic role. Well, no, they both do. Sanji and Zoro play demonic roles, whereas Sanji proclaims to be the devil. Like he proclaims to be like, I will become like the devil himself, and so on and so forth. He likes the spices. He's all about heat and fire. At the same time, Zoro is about demonic possession. We have the Mbima Yomezu. We have the Gyuki, Ashura, demonic possessions up the ass with Zoro, okay? So don't be surprised if Zoro can actually use certain levels of demonic possessions. Like maybe first would be Gyuki, then Mbima second, then Ashura like the final possession of like demonic ability, so on and so forth. In the future. And with Sanji, think about it. How else could Sanji summon up all the flame around him and immerse his entire body in flame? When he took out Wadasume, when Jime did his Ogi technique of Fishman Karate, sent Wadasume in the sky, Sanji completely covered himself with fire. He was immersed in fire. How do you do that? That is a form of Armament Haki. Using his soul, using his ambition, his will, he was able to activate his soul and surround himself with fire. With the heat, either it's heat or fire, doesn't really matter. This explains why Sanji is able to use the Diablo Jumble regardless if he's underwater or not. This explains why his Diablo Jumble simply comes and activates on its own, as opposed to spinning. In the anime, he's still spinning. In the anime, he's still spinning, but in the manga, he's no longer spinning. It just comes, bam, Diablo Jumble, instantly, right there for you. So it is the activation through one's will. They're able to activate their soul, and their soul takes the form that is most unique to them. But the general assumption, not the basics, but the general property of Haki is the armor, the invisible armor, and the armaments Haki is the invisible armor and the ability to repel. An observation. The thing about it is that we haven't seen that much unique observation abilities as opposed to Luffy hearing the Sea Kings, and Kobe somewhat. It wasn't too unique. It wasn't that unique because Kobe was around, he was in the middle of a war, freaking out, hearing everyone's voices and hearing their lives fade away. So, and in my opinion, the most unique observation user is Madame Shirley, because she can use that ability to see the distant future. Shades of the distant future. So that's my take on this. I could be completely wrong. I could be so fucking wrong. It's not even funny. but I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. In my opinion, this is Haki. Haki is the manifestation of soul. That is Haki. I mean, how else, where does this invisible armor come from? Answer me that. Where does this invisible armor come from? Like, oh yeah, it's there. Like, oh shit, it's right there, you know? Yeah, boom, bam. Nah. It's one soul. That's what I'm saying, okay? Sanji gets angry, the fire comes out, bam, boom, heat. The heat causes flames, Diablo Jumble, and Hell's Memories, right there. Zoro, Ashura, Enbima, Yomezu, Gyuki. I mean, as of right now, we haven't seen Zoro use any of his demonic possessions in the post time skip. But I bet you, when he uses Ashura, when he goes Ashura in the new world, it's gonna be some sick shit, some sick ass shit, some crazy Ashura, like, you know, holding blades and shit, like, yeah, Enbima bitch, yeah, you know, on some crazy shit. But that's my take on this. Okay, let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys later. And again, remember, I could be completely wrong. This video is all speculation. It's all out in the wind until Oda himself confirms it. Then we will never know for sure. But it could be very basic. It could be as basic as they simply have the invisible armor, but then that wouldn't explain how Sanji can go into fire state and how Zoro can use his illusions, his quote-unquote illusions. Okay, but let me know what you guys think about this video. This is the King of Lightning. Rate, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Have a nice day.